the other on the left.
Christ in the Smokies is back in Pigeon Forge.
It sure is. And it's
They gave him
amazing.
vinegar to drink.
Let's get ready to go on this
And when he had tasted
venture that
the
rocks.
So where is this place?
You pass by it every day out here in Pigeon Forge, right here on the Parkway. Just look for that great big Feasters on Teasters billboard with the Biblical Times Dinner Theater, and it's right inside this building. Let's go inside. One sign to let you know right away that you're here is this old school bus from the Blackwood Brothers Quartet from the Southern Gospel Hall of Fame and Museum. Look at this. So cool to see this piece of history right outside. Continuing a legacy started over 60 years ago. When you first walk in, it kicks off right away with the start of the Southern Gospel Music Hall of Fame and Museum. And that's just a piece of it. There's going to be more of a bigger encore production of this museum later on the tour. And they didn't forget about their start in Dollywood. They even give it recognition, which I find very cool.
So this is the waiting room before your tour even begins. And look at all the displays that they have that you can look at.
Yeah, I love how you get to see this part of history right here.
Yeah, it goes back, that's for sure.
As you can see right away as we enter to see those wax figures that everyone loves from Christus Gardens and Christ in the Smokies, it looks really dark in here because you're getting ready to see it in an all new way and experience as Sandy is sitting here on a rotating stage, and we can't wait to experience this for the first time right with you. As you can see, we're on a rotating stage. I am not moving the camera.
That she should be delivered. And she brought forth the firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in the manger.
King Herod, of their seeking the foretold newborn king, the angel of the Lord told Joseph in a dream to take his family to Egypt. They stayed there until after the hearing of Herod's death, and then they returned to their home in Nazareth.
So as you notice, besides the lighting that they're using, yes, they are playing an audio track overhead, so you get a great experience.
And guess what? You can take photos on there. Just make sure your flash is off. And there's some good photo opportunities for sure.
Right.
If thou be the Son of God, command this stone to be made bread. And Jesus answered him, saying, It is written that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word of God.
Are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness.
Neither hath this man sinned, nor his parents, but that the works of God should be made manifest in him. I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work. As long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven. And whoso shall receive one such little child in my name, receiveth me. Love them unto the end. And supper being ended, the devil having now put into the heart of Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, to betray him, Jesus, knowing that the Father had given all things into his hands, and that he was come from God and went to God, he rises.
Oh, my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt.
And there appeared an angel unto him from heaven, strengthening him.
Say, when they're telling this part of the story and you're seeing the expressions on everyone's faces, it just really sinks in.
now, if he will.
The graves were opened, and many bodies of the saints which slept arose, and came out of the graves after his resurrection, and went into the holy city, and appeared unto many. Now when the centurion and they that were with him watching Jesus saw the earthquake and those things that were done, they feared great Jesus by night, and brought a mixture of myrrh and aloes, about 100 pound weight. Then took they the body of Jesus, and for the angel of the Lord descended from heaven, and came and rolled back the stone from the door, and sat upon it. His countenance was like lightning, and his raiment white as snow. And for fear of him the keepers did shake, and became as dead men. And the angel answered and said unto the women,
Fear not, for I know that ye seek Jesus, which was crucified. He is not here, for he is risen as he said. Come, see the place where the Lord lay, and go quickly, and tell his disciples that he is risen from the dead.
Of their sight. And while they looked steadfastly toward heaven as he went up, behold, 2 men stood by them in white apparel, which also said,
Ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? This same Jesus, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall so come in like manner as ye have seen him go.
The performance from beginning to end is 45 minutes, but it did not feel like that at all. It went so fast. You're so immersed in the presentation. I'm speechless. You have to see this to believe it. They did such an amazing job.
Right, because the video clips that we show you, it's just a portion, a very brief portion of this 45-minute presentation. And when Sandy talks about it moves fast, she's not talking about the rotating stage.
No.
So no, you're not going to get motion sickness. No. The stage doesn't move that fast, but it does move very gradually to show you each scene as it lights up, and the audio narration that they did.
Yeah, the music behind, the lighting, everything. This is spectacular. And you know what I love? Is that if you remember in Christ in the Smokies, you would have to walk. Now you could just sit in your seat and just really relax and enjoy the full presentation right where you are.
And we're not done yet.
Nope.
We've got a whole nother museum to explore.
Tours start at the top of every hour.
So be sure, if you're coming out on a whim like I like to do, that if you come 20 to 15 minutes early, good chance you're going to get to be at the top of a tour.
Yep.
They take them in groups of 50 people. Coming up, the Shroud of Turin. Let's take a closer look.
So this museum, the Shroud of Turin, is the first. And wow, a lot of archaeological. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Okay. But look at these images.
Here's your first look at the Shroud Museum. Like Sandy said, there's 3 museums in one that you're gonna see when you're coming out here to explore.
Some of this is it's fascinating. The detail.
Walking through this part, you can see the timelines along the walls. And there's so much to see in this part of the Shroud Museum that they actually have a tour guide to help walk you through and answer any questions that you may have.
They have tours on the hour. And if you arrive like towards the mid-hour and you don't have the full 30 minutes to walk around this particular area, which is the Shroud, you can actually go through the tour as timed and then come back afterwards to go back in and see parts that you missed of the Shroud Museum. And I love how they have that flexibility. Yeah, it's so perfect.
In the Shroud of Turin Museum, you're going to learn a lot about the history, the science, the archaeology, development, like Sandy pointed out, about the Turin. And it's so cool to see the photographs, the evidence that they have in here. It's just a lot of information. So take that time and explore, read all the diagrams and photographic evidence that they have. I mean, because there is just a lot in here to take in. The shroud is believed to be in Italy. There's only 16 authenticated replicas in existence, and right here in Pigeon Forge is one of them in this humidity sealed case behind me. It's so cool to come up and get that close look at that Shroud of Turin and just imagine what it was like, that whole time period, everything going on. It's unbelievable just looking at it.
Yeah, and you don't have to travel all the way to Turin, Italy. And check it out, there's the authentication right there. And it explains to you too, all the different marks that you see within this. Wow.
Right, like if you want to know where the stakes were, where the blood stains were, like Sandy said, they have a diagram that lets you see where all that stuff was, the footprints, the wounds.
Yeah, face.
And that way
Look at,
you can
there's the
compare
face.
it. Right.
That's just, that, wow. Yeah, this is definitely, right here, right, this spot right here is worth a trip.
Yep, absolutely. It's a new day for the Southern Gospel Music Association Hall of Fame and Museum. Oh, and I love how you're walking into an old style studio radio station. 6:30. I'm very sure that's gotta be AM.
WAVU.
And take a look and read the placards, because this stuff is some of the original equipment. Like this is or was used to produce a syndicated radio series that aired from 1980 to 1995. You gotta think it is a little odd when you think about that turntable all the way up to 1995 being used, and they didn't update the technology to like compact disc or cassette
I
tape.
just like this song. It's a happy, happy day. That's all I know.
It is a happy day. And from radio, then of course we go to TV broadcasting. Remember these old school TVs?
Section here is self-guided. You're on your own. You can take your time and just really enjoy everything there is to see in this whole area. What are you doing?
My jaws
No. Don't touch. Don't touch. Don't touch. No, this is, do you know how old, does it say how old this is? Do not touch.
1926.
No touching.
And if you look close in this display case, you'll see a Blackwood Brothers Gospel Songs collection. And that represents that tour bus that we saw outside. There's another shot of the Blackwood Brothers, winner of 9 Grammy Awards. These display cases got all kinds of memorabilia in it. So in the display cases, you'll get to see some gifts that people were given. And look, there's even a shot of Dolly Parton in here. From jewelry, their shoes, harmonicas, instruments, awards they've won, just all kinds of stuff and memorabilia that's in the museum part.
So this whole wall is full, and then on the other side there's even more. So
Yeah, so you
don't
definitely
forget to go
want
on the other side.
right? You want to check out the other side of the wall also.
Yeah. They had so much room and so much over at Dollywood. They couldn't fit everything into this space, so they're gonna rotate them out. So you might come in today, and then a year later, I don't know, they don't know yet, you might see completely different displays. So you're gonna definitely want to come back.
Yeah, I love the idea that they're gonna come back each year and refresh all the displays.
Yeah, so it's going to be a unique visit each time you come. So definitely come back. That's all I can say.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
what an experience.
Yeah, well, you never got to experience Christ in the Smokies when it was in Gatlinburg. I did. And this just blows it out of the water. Like, this is an incredible experience.
But yeah, that whole
museum.
revolving stage
Yeah.
with the lights, the show.
You feel it.
Yeah.
You feel it throughout from the beginning of the Shroud of Turin. Wow, they have a story about it, which I had really no idea. Really put it together. And then, of course, the revolving Christus Gardens.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, of course, the Gospel Hall of Fame. This was great. This
Yeah.
was a great day.
Incredible experience. And they even do a dinner theater.
Yeah, right here in the same building. Did you know that? Maybe you knew that before you knew about the museums, but it's all here. One-stop shop.
Yeah, so if you want any information on pricing, we're going to put a link to their website down below. Or you can even call the box office directly. We're also going to add that phone number down below also.
Yeah.
And if you call them, maybe they're running daily specials or combo specials on the museums and the dinner theater.
Definitely ask.
Definitely. If you haven't hit that like and subscribe yet,
What you waiting for?
because you really never know where we're going to end up next. Be sure to make each and every day, including those that lift your spirits in the sky,
Hi.
an adventure that rocks. I love how this guy just keeps following everywhere we go. And you can even buy one of these in the gift shop.
Yeah, they're in the gift shop.
What do you think? That you were going to be able to take that great big one home? No, it's this one for $19.99.
He follows you just the same.
Looking for more fun photos and maybe little mini videos that we didn't include in this video you're watching now?
Be sure to check out our TikTok, our Instagram, and our Facebook pages.
And we're going to put those links also in the description down below.